Hey, Sigmas, listen up. There's a magnetic energy about Sigma males that completely disrupts the modern dating scene. Unlike alpha males who thrive in the spotlight, Sigmas prefer walking their own path, quietly independent, self-reliant, and unbothered by social expectations or drama. This unique approach to life and relationships sets them apart in a world that often rewards extroversion and conformity. But here's the twist. The very traits that make Sigma males so captivating can also leave many women feeling confused, frustrated, or even intimidated. Why? Because Sigmas don't play by the usual dating rulebook. They value freedom over attachment, privacy over oversharing, and substance over superficial charm. This challenges traditional relationship dynamics where emotional availability and constant communication are often expected. Psychological studies on personality types show that Sigma males tend to score high in traits like introversion, independence, and self-direction. These qualities contribute to their enigmatic aura, but can also create barriers in forming emotional connections, especially in a culture that prizes extroverted social behaviors. So when modern women try to decode Sigma men, they sometimes misinterpret silence as disinterest or self-containment as aloofness. It's a mismatch of expectations, not a flaw. Understanding this dynamic helps explain the tension and why Sigma males don't fit neatly into typical dating scripts. In this video, we're diving into 8 brutally honest reasons why Sigma males disrupt dating norms, revealing insights that might just shift how you see these fascinating men. So Sigmas, buckle up. This isn't just about dating, it's about rewriting the rules. Stay tuned. Point 1. Sigma males don't play by society's rules. First off, let's talk about what a Sigma male really is. Unlike the traditional social pecking order, which you might know as the alpha-beta hierarchy, Sigmas reject the whole system. While alpha males are often loud, dominant, and thrive on being the center of attention, and beta males tend to follow social norms and group dynamics, Sigmas are lone wolves. They're independent thinkers who march to the beat of their own drum. They don't seek approval, nor do they feel the need to climb social ladders. Instead, they operate on their own terms, valuing self-sufficiency above all else. Why does this tend to bother some women? It boils down to societal conditioning. From an early age, many women are socialized to expect men to fulfill certain roles: leaders, protectors, providers. These roles usually come with outward displays of power or status, commanding a room, being visibly successful, or showing off protective instincts. The Sigma male's low-profile, detached vibe throws a wrench in these expectations. He's not the loud, showy leader, but a silent force, often mysterious, unpredictable, and self-contained. Think of it like this. Imagine a party. The alpha male is the guy who owns the room, cracking jokes, grabbing the spotlight. The beta male is the one hanging out comfortably with friends, joining group conversations. The Sigma, he's there too, but you might find him alone by the window, deep in thought, sipping a drink, completely unconcerned about impressing anyone. He's not disinterested, he just has his own agenda and doesn't crave social validation. That unpredictability can be unsettling, especially when most people like to know where they stand socially. Psychologists note that humans are wired to find predictability comforting. When someone operates outside those norms, not showing emotions on cue, not following social rituals, it can feel like a challenge or even a threat. This often leaves some women feeling confused or frustrated because they can't easily read or influence the Sigma male in the ways they might expect. In reality, the Sigma's self-reliance and authenticity can be incredibly attractive, but it requires patience and a different kind of connection. Instead of looking for overt displays of power or status, it's about appreciating quiet confidence, intellectual independence, and emotional depth. The Sigma male rewrites the rules not to rebel, but because he simply doesn't need to play by them. Point 2. Sigmas are emotionally self-reliant, which some women misinterpret as coldness. One of the defining traits of Sigma males is their mastery of emotional independence. Unlike many people who seek constant reassurance or validation from others, Sigmas tend to process their feelings internally. They don't rely on friends, family, or partners to manage their emotional state. This doesn't mean they don't feel deeply. It means they have developed a self-sufficient way of handling emotions that often flies under the radar. Psychologists tell us that emotional independence is the ability to regulate and understand one's own feelings without external crutches. Sigmas embody this to a remarkable degree. Where many might turn to social circles or relationships to talk through their struggles, Sigmas quietly sort things out on their own. This internal processing allows them to remain calm, composed, and focused, even in emotionally charged situations. Now, here's the catch. Modern culture tends to misunderstand this emotional self-reliance. Society often equates emotional expression, like openly sharing feelings or seeking support, with emotional availability. So when a Sigma male displays calm detachment, it's easy for others, especially women used to men being more outwardly expressive, to misread this as aloofness or even emotional unavailability. In reality, the Sigma isn't distant because he doesn't care. Quite the opposite. He simply has his emotional game on lock. Think of it like this. You've probably heard the phrase, "he's got ice in his veins." For Sigmas, it's more accurate to say they have ice in their heart. But beneath that icy exterior burns a warm fire of passion, purpose, and deep feelings. It's the iceberg effect. On the surface, they appear calm and detached. But below the surface lies a complex and intense emotional world. This emotional independence isn't just about self-control. It's also a superpower that allows Sigmas to make clear, rational decisions without being swayed by fleeting moods or social pressure. It helps them maintain their authenticity and navigate life's challenges with a steady hand. So next time you encounter a Sigma male who seems emotionally reserved, remember, his quiet strength isn't a lack of feeling, but a profound command over his inner world. That's the true power of emotional independence. Point 3. Sigma males reject the need to impress or compete. In today's world, social media often feels like the stage where everyone competes for attention, approval, and validation. People post every detail of their lives, chase likes, and flaunt achievements as if self-worth depends on virtual applause. But Sigma males don't play that game. They operate on a different wavelength, quietly confident, self-reliant, and unapologetically private. They don't feel the need to broadcast their lives or prove their value to the world. And this detachment from social validation can sometimes baffle or even frustrate others, especially women. Why does this happen? Many women often subconsciously expect men to demonstrate their worth through tangible signals like wealth, status, or popularity. These signals are culturally ingrained as markers of security and success. So when a Sigma male refuses to perform or showcase these things, it can be misread as arrogance, aloofness, or a lack of interest. In reality, Sigmas simply reject the conventional script. They believe that true value lies not in external approval, but in cultivating inner strength, purpose, and authenticity. Psychologically speaking, this behavior aligns with self-determination theory, which emphasizes intrinsic motivation, the drive to do things because they are inherently satisfying or meaningful, not because of external rewards. Sigmas prioritize their own internal compass over society's checklist for success or popularity. Here's the motivational takeaway. The Sigma male's refusal to seek external validation is actually a powerful lesson in living authentically. Instead of constantly fishing for likes or approval, Sigmas build genuine confidence by investing in themselves, their skills, mindset, and values. Their quiet confidence comes from knowing who they are, what they want, and not needing anyone else to confirm it. That inner assurance can be magnetic in its own way, even if it's sometimes misunderstood. Point 4. They embody freedom over attachment, which challenges traditional relationship dynamics. Sigma males value personal freedom and space above all else. Unlike many traditional relationship dynamics where emotional closeness and constant interaction are expected, Sigmas prioritize their independence and autonomy. They aren't clingy or needy, and they don't define themselves through their partner or relationship status. This mindset might seem unusual or even frustrating to many modern women who seek emotional intimacy and regular connection as a key part of their relationships. What often happens is that some women perceive Sigma males as detached or emotionally unavailable. They might think Sigmas are unwilling to commit because they don't fit the typical mold of a partner who is always reachable or emotionally expressive. But this perception misses the real point. Sigma males are indeed committed, but on their own terms. Their commitment isn't about giving up their freedom or changing themselves to meet societal expectations or pressures. Instead, they maintain their identity and boundaries while still forming meaningful connections. Here's a fun way to picture it. Dating a Sigma male is like having a rare breed of cat as a companion. Cats are famously independent creatures. They roam on their own schedule, come to you when they want affection, and maintain a mysterious aura. If you earn a cat's trust, you gain a loyal and devoted friend, but you never expect it to cling to you or demand constant attention. Similarly, Sigma males offer loyalty and connection but resist being emotional Velcro, always sticking close or depending heavily on their partner. In fact, psychological studies on personality traits suggest that individuals with a strong need for autonomy, which includes many Sigma males, tend to thrive in relationships where both partners respect boundaries and personal space. This creates a balanced dynamic where freedom and intimacy coexist without suffocation or overdependence. Point 5. Sigma males are masters of mystery, and that mystery can be intimidating. Sigmas don't broadcast their thoughts, plans, or emotions openly. This natural air of mystery can be incredibly attractive, or on the flip side, frustrating, especially for women who value transparency and clear communication in relationships. Why does this dynamic cause friction? In modern dating culture, transparency is often seen as the foundation of trust and connection. Many women want to know exactly where they stand, what a man truly feels, and what his intentions are moving forward. When a Sigma remains quiet or reserved about these things, it creates tension and uncertainty. Without clear signals, it can feel like trying to read a book with missing pages, confusing and emotionally taxing. But here's the fascinating part. This mystery is not accidental or a weakness. It's a Sigma's strength and a key part of their unique charisma. By not revealing everything, Sigmas protect their inner world from unnecessary drama and emotional manipulation. This guarded nature means they maintain control over their personal space and energy, which prevents burnout and preserves authenticity. Psychologically, people are naturally drawn to what they don't fully understand. The Sigma's enigmatic presence triggers curiosity, keeping others intrigued and wanting to learn more. This effect is similar to the Zeigarnik effect, a psychological phenomenon where people remember uncompleted or interrupted tasks better than completed ones. Here, the unfinished story is the Sigma's reserved nature. Moreover, this reserved behavior aligns with the Sigma archetype's independent and self-reliant traits. Unlike alpha males who may assert dominance openly, Sigmas choose a subtler path, letting their actions speak louder than words. Their silence often signals deep thought, self-possession, and emotional control, qualities that many find quietly powerful. Point 6. They don't fit the traditional alpha-beta relationship roles. Society loves neat labels. Alpha equals leader, beta equals follower. But Sigmas refuse this binary and blur the lines. Unlike the alpha male stereotype, the dominant, assertive leader who thrives in the spotlight, Sigmas blend strength with solitude and leadership with independence. They chart their own paths without needing external validation or a traditional hierarchy. This unique positioning challenges the classic dating script many women unconsciously expect. Why is this a problem? Well, a lot of women grow up socialized to desire a partner who fits a certain role, typically the alpha who protects, commands, and dominates social situations. This archetype is deeply rooted in cultural narratives, evolutionary psychology, and social conditioning, where dominance often equates to desirability and security. The Sigma male, however, disrupts this by being strong and self-reliant without feeling the need to dominate or control. He's confident yet quiet, independent yet connected, leading through example rather than loud proclamation. This creates confusion because the Sigma's approach doesn't always fit into traditional dating expectations. He may not aggressively pursue or conform to expected social dynamics, which can be misread as aloofness or lack of interest. But the Sigma's power lies in authenticity. He attracts by being unapologetically himself, rather than playing a role scripted by society. Inspirational reminder: breaking molds is hard but necessary for growth. Sigmas embody the future of masculine energy, flexible, authentic, and grounded. Their strength comes not from dominating others, but from mastering themselves. As society evolves, so do our ideas of masculinity, and the Sigma male represents this shift toward a more nuanced, healthy, and powerful expression of manhood. Embracing this mindset not only enriches personal relationships, but also encourages everyone to rethink what strength really means. Point 7. Sigmas value depth over drama, and that doesn't always match modern dating scenes. Sigma males have a distinct approach to social interactions, preferring deep, meaningful conversations over the surface-level small talk that often dominates modern social settings. Unlike those who thrive on drama, competition, and performative behaviors, common in many dating environments, Sigma males prioritize authenticity and genuine connections. This fundamental difference often causes misunderstandings. Women accustomed to dynamic, drama-filled social lives may perceive Sigma males as dull or disengaged. However, the reality is that Sigma males are intensely focused on their personal growth and purpose. They choose to avoid wasting time on trivial conflicts or shallow interactions, instead channeling their energy into self-improvement and long-term goals. Research on personality traits aligns with this behavior. Sigma males typically score high on introspection and autonomy, valuing independence and self-direction. They often resist social hierarchies and prefer to carve their own path rather than conform. Here's a witty observation. While many people get caught up scrolling through endless Instagram stories and superficial content, the Sigma male is more likely to be immersed in a good book or developing a side project. This contrast in priorities creates a different vibe, one rooted in substance and depth, not fleeting distractions. Ultimately, Sigma males' focus on meaningful engagement sets them apart in a world addicted to noise and drama. Point 8. Sigma males are not easily controlled, and some women resist this freedom. At their core, Sigma males value autonomy above everything else. Unlike many, they resist being told what to do or pressured into fitting social norms. This fierce independence is rooted in their desire for self-mastery and personal freedom. Psychologically, this aligns with high internal locus of control, the belief that they shape their own destiny rather than being shaped by external forces. For women used to traditional relationship dynamics where influence or compromise is expected, this can feel frustrating or intimidating. Often, some women might try to tame or change a Sigma male, expecting him to conform or soften. However, this usually backfires because Sigmas are not built to be controlled. This resistance sometimes leads to misunderstanding, dislike, or resentment. The motivational takeaway? Sigmas show us that true connection thrives on mutual respect and freedom. Trying to cage a Sigma is like trying to hold smoke. He'll slip away. Embracing independence and respect is the real key to any strong relationship. So Sigmas, here's what you need to remember. Why do 97% of modern women hate Sigma males? Because Sigmas challenge the status quo, live on their own terms, and refuse to play the game society expects. That's intimidating, confusing, and even threatening to many. But here's the ultimate truth. The Sigma lifestyle is a blueprint for freedom, authenticity, and true confidence. It's not about pleasing others. It's about mastering yourself. The backlash, just noise. If you want to change your life, embrace your Sigma nature. Be the man who walks alone but leads by example. Be the man who values depth, independence, and real connection over empty approval. Remember, the world will always resist what it doesn't understand, but your Sigma power is your gift. Own it, live it, thrive in it. If you found value in this video, Sigmas, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to join this community of independent thinkers and authentic men. Together we'll keep breaking molds and rewriting the rules of masculinity. Stay true and stay Sigma.